I'm okay with that. We didn't have enough of it that second quarter. Well, it wasn't where we needed to be. So within reason, he knows when to back off the pedal and knows when to push it too. So that's part I love about him. I mean, the guy's all in. Just sometimes I have to be the policeman.
Was there a specific play that was bothering you, or was it more trying to get something out of him? Or?
No, he was all in. Listen, he's an emotional guy. He's Irish.
Andy, sorry, related, just related to that. I mean, it looked like you felt like maybe you were telling him to, I hate to put it this strongly, but to back off a little bit. Do you feel like within reason?
Don't make too much of it. I mean, he's a passionate guy, and I love that part. So I've been through a lot of things with him, so that's all part of it. I love that he loves to play the game. That's what I love, and it's an emotional game. So I'll take it.
Coach, when you're in that second quarter and it's just not working right, was halftime a welcome thing at that point, or was it hard to kind of dig out what was going on?
No, we had the big PI towards the end there, right, and that was a good thing. So you end on a positive note, but at the same time, we need to tighten things up as far as making mistakes, getting the guys in the right position, and making sure we were doing the right things, giving them plays, and likewise them executing plays.
That's what I'm saying. What did you think of just the secondary tonight, specifically the way that they finished?
I love the interceptions, man. Turnovers are a beautiful thing. And then they've got good receivers. That number one is the real deal. He's as good as there is in this league. So for us to be able to put the clamps on him a little bit, that's not an easy chore. He's a heck of a football player.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
It looked like you guys were as sharp as you've been. What went into that? I mean, was it some kind of reboot at halftime in some way?
Yeah. I mean, we talked at halftime. I think more than anything, guys we wanted to execute. At the end of the day, it's all about execution in this league. And when you make one mistake, it can really hurt your drive. Defenses are good, and they do a good job of capitalizing on that. And so we had a couple drives early in the game that we drove down the field and we pushed ourselves back and had to kick long field goals. And so for us, just executing all the way throughout a drive and seeing that, I mean, that's where we want to be, and we have to continue to do that more often.
Last one, Sam. Just ask this because I don't want to assume anything. You probably didn't get many reps with Taekwondo last year at all, right?
No, but he would come in, you get in those practices sometimes and guys are a little banged up at the end of the season. He'd kind of come in and run some of those deeper routes. And I would throw to him a couple times last year just to see what he had. And you could see that he had juice. And now just getting into OTAs and then into training camp, he was one of those guys that was down there with me working in Texas. And so I knew he was going to be a good football player, but he's even exceeding my expectations. And so he's stepping up whenever the opportunity has been provided for him.
And they've got good receivers. So it's we looked at the tape. We looked at them playing Washington and barely squeaking. Washington barely squeaking out the win. We watched Dallas and where they really got after it in the Dallas game and played well. But again, this game is the margin between winning and losing is so small. So I know New York people are very passionate. So give Brian an opportunity, man. He's got great personality for this sport and for you people here. So anyways, by that time, yours.
What stands out most about Taekwondo catch there on the game?
Oh, both of them, right? He had the one. I mean, back to back, Pat went to him, and it was a nice job, making the second one go there. So, and he's got, he's showing some things. So that's he's a guy that I know Juju spoke highly of when he was at the Patriots. I mentioned Bill Belichick, gave him big compliments, and he's come in here and done nothing but work hard. And so it's nice to see him getting an opportunity. Brian Cook was okay at the end of it, so everybody else made it through all right. A good win to get, in particular when you haven't had one. So that was important to take a step forward. The second quarter was hard to watch there, but the third and fourth quarter, I thought our guys really came together and played well. I thought defensively we did some really good things with the turnovers, the interceptions and turnovers. I thought Bolton with the 14 tackles did a heck of a job, and our third downs were incredible. So great pressure up front. It starts there, and then likewise on the offensive side. Pat had some really good things he did out there, and the offensive line I thought did a heck of a job. I was probably most happy for Pacheco coming home and putting up a 4.5 yard per carry shot out there, which was good, and Kareem did some good things there too. Thornton, great to get him involved in the game plan. I thought he played well. But again, it all starts up front. That defensive line, Brian's done a nice job as their personnel department of getting these defensive linemen. That's as good a defensive line as there is in this league. And then offensively, he's got some good things going. He's got Wilson there, which is a plus, and then you got a young quarterback behind him, which is also a plus. So the sky's the limit.
Or because you for the reason that it happened, but obviously a big moment because he's about to pick that ball up. I can see his eyes get big, like he's about to score a touchdown, and that's what you got to finish in this game. You got to compete. You got to love the game, and whenever you make a mistake, you got to still leave it all on the line. And we're able to get that ball back, and the defense got a huge stop for us there at the end of the half, and then we were able to get 3 points. So definitely a momentum swing, and making a bad play not as bad.
Last two violence.
Patrick, you hit Taekwon earlier on that drive on like a 3rd and 8, I think it was. But were you targeting him, or because
I was throwing it to Hollywood, who was open, and Taekwon was running the post, and he got, I think, a little jammed up at the line of scrimmage, and I saw Hollywood, but I also saw Dexter Lawrence, so I was trying to throw it to a spot, and I heard the crowd kind of reacting that bad way, and then I looked up, and the guy that I wasn't throwing to caught it, so I was just like, let's go.
And then just the other thing, that first drive of the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I think we had the pass on the field, and with the review, I got to talk it over with the guys on the sideline, and we thought they might play a man coverage, and we had a good play that we got to, and it was just about buying time, with that defensive line, and so I wish I could have got it a little bit further and made an easier catch, but a tremendous catch by him on that right there, and then securing it and getting us to the one so we can score a touchdown.
So you were always going, that was your first read on that play?
Yeah, it's a kind of a dual read where it's kind of a man versus zone type read, and so having the man coverage, we had a play where it was kind of you run towards the post and then back out, and he did a good job of winning. Obviously, I was rolling the other way, so it was a little further throw, but just giving him a chance to make a play and a guy making a play.
Patrick Mahomes exited the tunnel into the brisk New Jersey evening, his jersey streaked with grass stains and sweat after a hard-fought duel with the New York Giants. The stadium lights cast long shadows as the crowd's cheers faded into the city's hum, and soon after, the locker room buzz gave way to the post-game press conference. The first topic Mahomes brought up wasn't his own performance or the final score, but the relentless drive of his teammate, Travis Kelce. He described how Kelce refused to let the team's spirits dip, urging everyone to keep pushing even when the Giants' defense forced them into tough spots. The opening drives had been a struggle, both teams cautiously feeling out weaknesses, the Giants' defenders flying to the ball, and Kansas City's offense searching for any sign of daylight. The Chiefs tried quick passes and screens, but every gain felt hard-earned. Fans in the stands and watching at home could feel the tension build, waiting for someone to break the pattern. That moment arrived late in the first half, when Kelce darted across the field, snagged a tough throw in stride, and muscled his way through a pair of tacklers, dragging the Chiefs deep into Giants territory. The sideline erupted and the shift in energy was impossible to miss. Kelce's fire was contagious. He shouted encouragement, clapped backs, and made sure everyone's head stayed in the game. As the contest wore on, his presence loomed even larger. He found soft spots in coverage, made catches in traffic, and blocked for teammates, giving Mahomes time to find other options. On one crucial third down, Mahomes scrambled and just before taking a hit, found Kelce along the sideline, somehow keeping his toes in bounds for a massive gain. The Chiefs' sideline exploded in celebration, and the drive ended with a touchdown that gave them much-needed breathing room. For more stories like this, make sure to subscribe. Kelce wasn't just a receiver. He was a motivator, a problem solver, and a spark plug who kept the Chiefs believing. Even after tough plays, He was the first to pull teammates up, crack a smile, and remind everyone of the stakes. When the Giants responded with a late-game surge, drawing within a field goal, Kelce gathered the offense near the bench, urging focus and reminding them that the game was still theirs to win. Mahomes later recounted that huddle, saying Kelce's words hit harder than any play call, firing up the offense for a final push. The closing drive was pure grit. Kelce fought for every extra yard, took hits and bounced up and kept the chains moving. With the clock winding down, Mahomes found Kelce for one last first down, sealing the victory and sending the Chiefs fans into a frenzy. When the press conference ended, Mahomes left no doubt about the night's hero, saying Kelce's leadership and heart had made the difference. The room fell silent as he detailed the trust that's built up between them over years of battles, the kind of bond that can't be forced. He praised Kelce's work ethic, his sense of humor, and his drive to make everyone on the team better, saying those qualities are what set him apart. The win meant more than just a better record. It was proof of what's possible when a team comes together and rallies around a leader who refuses to quit. The night's story wasn't just about yards and touchdowns, but about the character and unity that transforms close games into unforgettable victories. Hit subscribe to never miss these powerful moments from the heart of the game.